Hello, I hope you're doing really well today. If you haven't noticed, if you're a listener every single week, I'm a little off on getting everything published by Tuesday. And some of that is just me and procrastinating, and some of it is that some things have changed for my weekdays. And I'm committed currently to doing some things that are just different and out of my norm. So hopefully I can get back on track here and get more consistent back to doing it on Tuesdays. But for a couple weeks, I may be off, but I'll still be here. So glad you're here. If this is your first time, I'm super happy for you to check this out. And if it is you're coming back, thank you for coming back and thank you for listening in. Today, we're talking a little bit about, I'll ask you, have you ever felt like you didn't know what you wanted to do? You had different decisions to make and you kept going back and forth on what the decision that you want to make is. And you maybe even make a list of pros and cons and want to have 100% certainty. Have you ever felt held back by self-doubt, whether it's speaking up in a meeting or connecting with others or simply just believing in your own worth? Well, you're not alone. Welcome to the Crazy Confidence Coach podcast. I'm Heather Edwards, Master Certified Life Coach, and my goal is to empower you to step into your most authentic, confident self. Here, you're going to discover practical strategies and powerful insights to help you improve your communication, deepen those relationships, and elevate your self-esteem. And each week, I'm going to guide you through some actionable tips and mindset shifts that are specifically designed to help you break free from fear, show up boldly in every area of your life, and build crazy confidence. Are you ready to stop hiding in the shadows, playing small, and avoiding the spotlight? Grab your favorite pen and a notebook, and let's get to it. So today I want to talk about certainty, 100% certainty. What does that mean? How do you get it? And what can we do to feel more certain? The spoiler, and I'll just get it right out there because maybe you're someone who will want to stop this right here now when I say this, and that is there will never be 100% certainty with everything, with every choice, with every direction that you go into your life. There are things that you can do to help make sure you're on the right path, but 100% certainty, I'm sorry for those of you who are like me and really want it to be super easy and a checkbox, yes or no. We don't have it. We don't have 100% certainty for so many things that we do in our life, so many choices that we make, and just everyday things that can feel heavy, and we want to know that we're making the right decision. First things first, why is it so important to us to have 100% certainty? We really hate to be uncomfortable. We hate to have unknowns. We hate to not know what the outcome will be or what we'll need to do or how we have to handle it to make it happen the way we want it to happen. That is number one. And I will tell you that if you look at your life and look at how you've done things in your life, oftentimes you have a goal, you have an outcome that you want or a result that you want, and it simply just doesn't come out the way you want it to. The path to getting there may be different. And sometimes the getting it is not as satisfying, or maybe it isn't exactly the way you had pictured it. But here's the funny thing. It always works out. There's always something at the end of your journey that is worth having the journey. So really and truly, that 100% certainty is almost a false narrative in our brain that we have to have it, that we need that 100% certainty to do whatever it is that we want to do, to set goals, to reach that outcome. If you have a job and you don't know if you should stay or you should leave, the reality is that either choice that you make could work out and can work out, will work out, as long as you put the effort into it. But it's all a matter of deciding what are your values? What are your beliefs? What is your perspective at the moment that you're making a decision, and just deciding, just jumping off the cliff, just going for it. Because until you do that, until you make the decision that you're going for it, until you make the decision that you're jumping off the cliff, until you make the decision that you're going forward, you don't take all the actions that you need to take to make it happen fully or make it happen the way you want it to. One thing I can tell you with 100% certainty is that you will not have 100% certainty most of the time. Keep in mind that as you're reflecting on what choices you should make, be methodical about it in the sense that you do your research, you look at all the angles, what would be good, what would be bad, but at some point you reach a place where you just have to make a decision one way or the other. Even if it comes down to, I'm going to flip a coin. I'm just going to flip a coin today and make a decision on staying in that job and leaving that job, or having that boyfriend or leaving that boyfriend, or choosing to be a stay-at-home mom or choosing to be a mom that goes to work. I believe that there is a right and wrong choice so many times, and so many times we just want someone to give us this yes or no answer that it's the right choice. And it just comes down to decision making. Your decision making gets better by practice, by making quick decisions, by making authoritative decisions, meaning I am going to make this decision and I'm going to trust myself to figure it out, to do what I need to do, to go the distance, no matter what happens when I've made this choice. That's where people get better at making decisions. That's where people become managers, or they move up the rung, or they have better relationships because they're willing to go that extra mile and they're willing to make the decision and go for it and stick to it. What I have realized about myself, there are times that I have decisions that I want to make and I tend to over-research or overthink things. And it's not with everything, but with certain things in my life, I definitely want to go over it. And I think that's from my debate history. I taught debate for one lovely year of my life. And I just know that a good debate can be argued for and against. And that is something I'm really, really good at, but it makes it difficult to make decisions sometimes. So if you are struggling like me to make really quick decisions, learn to do what you need to do, come up with a method, a process of doing your research, to looking at all the pros and cons, to considering what could go wrong and what could go right. But then give yourself a timeline to make the decision, move forward, trust yourself to deal with it no matter what, and then as you move through your life, you will become more and more certain that you can handle whatever comes your way. So certainty becomes less and less valuable to you because it doesn't matter, because you know you have your own back. Why certainty is so important for some of us, and I think some of it is just not wanting to be uncomfortable, being fearful of the outcome. And honestly, fear comes from lack of trust. And lack of trust comes from not making decisions and not sticking to it. So I'm going to encourage you to set aside your fear, make your decisions, move forward, whatever they are, whatever the choices that you make, and stick to it and figure it out throughout the way. And then here's the great news for you, that if you are trying to make decisions or you want 100% certainty and you don't know how to get it, if you just keep making decisions and moving forward, eventually you can make the second choice. If the first choice doesn't work out, you can choose the other thing that you were worried about being certain or not certain. And yes, I know there are some things in life that you're not able to go back to, right? You're not able to go back and make a decision and change something, like deciding to marry someone or deciding to divorce someone or deciding to leave a job. You very rarely can go back. But it doesn't mean you can't recreate your life in a different way and have more certainty in a different way, even if you make a hard choice and it turns out to be the wrong thing. So I encourage you to trust yourself no matter what, no matter how much uncertainty you have, no matter what decisions you make. You can survive it. You can figure it out. You are a capable human being and you've got everything you need. The most important part is being able to actually make the decision, stick to it, and deal with whatever comes. Okay? Short and sweet today, but I know some days you just need short and sweet. Have a great day, and I hope you make the decision and the 100% certainty that you'll come back next week. And I am working on getting back to my Tuesday morning releases and publishing there. I might have a couple more weeks that I'm a little off, but that's okay. And if you happen to really need some coaching, if you are at a situation and you need someone to bounce ideas off of and really get clear in your thinking, I am still running my discounts on all my one-on-one coaching and my coaching packages. So make sure to go check those out at hcedwardscoaching.com and let's get you signed up. I hope you have a great week, and I'll see you next week. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. It has been a blast. I would love for you to do me a huge favor and either go leave a rating or a review. And if you really love the podcast or you've learned anything at all, please pass it on to a friend or a family member that might enjoy the podcast as well. That's how I grow, and that's how I'm able to continue bringing you content. If you are interested in coaching, just go to thecrazyconfidencecoach.com. You can sign up for a free discovery call there. Thank you so much for being here. I hope to see you next Tuesday so we can build our crazy confidence together. Love you big.